come to this firewall. So zone is what, like I explained. So see that, come to the network tab and come to the zone. So before configuring any interface, anything, we have to be create a zone first. Okay. Before creating a zone, let's come to the policy. Just want to give us some basic information. So I have just, bring up this device with a very scratch, no configuration there into device. But we can see that in the policies, this is a two default policies is already configured. This is the default policy. You can see that first policy is intra-zone default. Second policy is inter-zone default. Okay. So let me drag. Just first is intra-zone. Second one is inter-zone. I want to explain those things. For the intra-zone, it is action is allowed, and for this inter-zone, action is denied. Okay. So what is it actually that we need to understand? Take one slide. Okay. So first we need to understand what is intra-zone. Intra-zone. Intra-zone means, as I explained, in the firewall, my Palo Alto firewall is a zone based. Okay. So like we have a three zone. One is inside zone, one is outside zone, and other one is DMZ zone. Okay. So if any traffic, like there is a multiple PCs there, all are the PC. Okay. So if suppose if this PC1, this PC1, 2, 3, 4, if this PC want to access anything with inside zone only, anyone, he want to access PC2, PC3, PC4, anything. If he intra-zone means inside the same zone. If any PC, any user want to access inside the same zone, it's called intra-zone, and it is by default allowed. It is by default allowed by the firewall. Okay. So inside the zone, the traffic is by default allowed. That's called intra-zone. What is inter-zone? Inter-zone means if any traffic, like crossing from one zone to other zone, could be from inside to DMZ zone or from inside to outside zone. It's crossing from one zone to other zone, going from one zone to other zone, from one zone to other zone, from one zone to other zone is actually called intra-zone. Interzone. Make sure, guys, don't confuse with the name intra and inter. Interzone means crossing from one zone to other zone. That is by default deny. That is by default blocked. Actually, the traffic from intra-zone by default blocked. Now I want to explain one more thing. What is explicit rules and implicit rule? Explicit rule. See, if you want to become a IT administrator guys, we should know. See, explicit and implicit is actually a Cisco term, but we should have know that. Okay. Explicit rule is what? If any rules we are creating, it means if any rules created by IT administrator. Okay. Who is IT administrator? We are, guys. Whatever the spelling, IT administrator, whatever, IT admin. So like if we are creating a policy into the firewall, policy number 1, policy number 2, policy number 3, we are creating. It is manually we IT guys are creating those rules actually called explicit rules. What is implicit rules? Implicit rule is nothing. It is at the top end of this, like at the bottom of the all rules. There is a by default. Nothing actually it is not defined, but it is any to any deny. It means whatever it is, deny. Okay. It has some deep meaning. I want to explain more. Any to any deny. This is implicit rule is you want even able to view in the Cisco, but here is whatever the interzone we have seen, right? Interzone is actually deny. We can consider could be it is a implicit. We can consider. Okay. We can't even. Implicit means by default deny. What is by default deny, guys? Okay. Come here. So like this is my firewall. Okay. Okay, this is my firewall. I have created what I did. I have created the zone inside, outside. Okay, and I didn't create any policy. Nothing. No policy in the firewall. Can anyone explain? There is a my LAN. Didn't create any policy. Nothing. No policy in the firewall. Can anyone explain? There is a my LAN 10.0.0.1. There is a my one PC 1.1.1. Okay, this firewall is active. I have created a zone of this firewall, but there is even I've given all routing and everything, but there is a no policy, nothing, no policy I have created. Nothing is for allow, nothing is for deny, nothing. So if this guy want to access this, is it possible it can get access? Just think about, this is just a normal firewall, okay, just a normal firewall. And if you bring up this firewall, it's a new device, new firewall device. I have configured the zones, I have configured interface, I have given all the route information, but I didn't configure any routing, sorry, any policy. I didn't configure any security policy. So by default, if any LAN access from anywhere to anywhere, if you try to access, it will by default it is deny. Firewall will not allow anything because there is a no policy into the firewall. Okay, if there is a no policy into the firewall, but still the traffic is not able to access from anywhere, it means something is there which is blocking, right? Something by default is there which is blocking. So that is called some kind of default rule. Default rule is called, which is blocking actually. Default rule which is blocking the traffic is called implicit. So implicit rule is nothing by default rule. Okay, it's a default rule. At the end could be even you won't able to view there in the firewall event. But like there is a one other example. Like you have created the 10 rules. Okay, and in these 10 rules, like one rule, I have created one rule like 10.0.0.1 can access 1.1.1. That's it. We have a two PC. One is 10.0.0.1, one is 10.0.0.2. But I have created only one rule that this guy can able to access this guy. It is allowed. Okay, allowed. This 10.0.0.1 can able to access this PC. It is allowed. But if the same 10.0.0.2 can try to access this, is it able to access? No. We need a separate policy. Something is there which is blocking. Just think about, something is there which is blocking. You want able to view. Something is there which is blocking. That's called implicit rule which is blocking actually. So now come here. So in the Palo Alto actually, if you see that this is the by default rule. One is intrazone and one is interzone, which I have already explained. Intrazone, it means in the same zone, the traffic is by default allowed. Okay, intrazone, it means the traffic in the same zone is by default allowed. See that it is action is allowed. Intrazone, it means I have already explained. It means like in the same zone, whatever it is. Like if I will create a inside zone, whatever the zone, inside the zone, it will traffic would be allowed. Interzone, as I explained, from one zone to going to the other zone, if traffic you're going from the one zone to other zone, that is actually blocked, deny. That's it. So now we know these are the default zone. So now come to the interface. Okay, network. So now I want to, as I explained about the zones. Okay, so we can create a zone. So go to the zone. Okay, come to the network tab and create a zone. For creating any rules, any policies, we have to be create a zone first. So how to create a zone? Come to the zone. Just see at the below there is a add. Okay, add button. Just click on add. Once you click, okay, you will get this kind of pop-up. Okay, so just type a name, any name you want. Like I just want to create an inside. This is a lock setting. Lock setting is what? So if we want to define some kind of logs, how we get a logs and provide forward the logs to SNMP, those things we can explain, but later on when the logs topic would come. But the log setting is nothing, just to get a logs of this particular zone. That's it. Okay. And just there is a type. Make sure you always need to concentrate on this. What is type? If I drag and drop these many types of actually interface, these are the types of interface. Okay. This is a tap interface. Tap interface is actually using when we want to this zone, this interface as a monitoring, we want to monitor this interface, then we require this kind of interface tap. Virtual wire is nothing, is a transparent firewall, which I explained, where the firewall work as a L2. What is layer 2? Where layer 2 is nothing, is the same, the firewall start working as a layer 2 and everything on work on the VLAN. Like to create, my firewall will work as L3 only, but we want to create the interfaces for VLANs. Okay, interface and VLAN. So there we can choose L2. Here is L3. All the times we have to choose the L3, most of the times, 90%, if you don't want other stuff. So because whatever the basically our firewall working on the L3, so we have to select L3 only. This is tunnel. If we work for some, if you want to create some VPN tunnel, those kind of VPN tunnel interfaces like SVTI in the Cisco, if you remember. So like tunnel interface, if you want to require, so those time we can. So always choose L3 according to the requirement. So here we are choosing a L3. These are, if I want to keep any interfaces, for like I want to assign one interfaces to inside zone, I can assign from here even itself. Zone protection, like if you want to create one zone protection, antivirus stuff, those things. User ID identification, ACL, we can do it. Okay, but user ID topic when come, then I will explain. So those kind of ACL we can create on a zone based. If I want to exclude some kind of access list, we can create those things, device ID, those kind of stuff, but it is not required here. Just type a name inside and just type which type you are using, layer 3. That's it. Just okay. So now your zone has been created for the inside. Create the name. I want to create one more zone for outside. Just click there on the add. Just type outside and type is layer 3. That's it. Okay, that's fine. So here my zone has been configured. Now go to the interface. I want to assign those interfaces. Like I want this one Ethernet 1/1. I want this one as an inside interface, inside zone. So how you will configure the interface? Okay, the IP address, like we are using the set device config by the CLI for the management, right? So those information we can get it here. Now come to the CLI. If we put the command show interface all, nothing is there. You can see that nothing is configured. Why it is not configured? Because I need to configure the interfaces here. I need to provide all the IP address and everything's here. Okay. So see that this is the how to configure interfaces. So this interface name, it won't be editable. Okay, you want to be editable here. If you want to put a comment, okay, any comment like a for remembering. So I want to put as a outside zone.
Description.
Exactly, it's kind of a comment. And what is interface type? I want type, as I explained already, the tab, HA, virtual wire, everything. Okay, HA is for failover. Okay, high availability. Virtual wire we know. L2 is no. We just choose L3. Okay. Now once you did that, there is some tab is coming. So I want to in the config tab, there is option is virtual router. What is virtual router? Virtual router, it means it will actually work for the routing stuff. It will help you for the routing. So just click, select, drop, drag and drop. It's loading. So even you can create a new virtual router from here. Okay, no need actually. There is some separate stuff we can is some virtual router is there. We can. So always choose default. Default is enough for your task. That's it. Now come to the IP version 4. Here is actually, that is very much important. So which type of IP we are going to put? Static you want? PPPoE, it is for the, if you have some kind of ISP stuff. Okay, ISP link, then you will select this one. This is if you have a DSCP server, then you can select DSCP client. You will get the IP from the DSCP. Here actually we want for the static IP. So just click on static. Go to, just type here is the add. and whatever the IP I want to give, just roughly I want to give like 172.16.1.100/24. That's it. And still there is a no gray. Just click outside and get it. Okay. Now come to the next. If you want to delete anything, you can delete it from here. See that there is a delete option. It is which one is selected, you can delete it. There is a move up, move down. There is some option out there. So I'm going for the static IP because this is a lab. Okay, so in the lab I have choose the static IP. You can give on one interfaces, yes. If you want to, put a multiple IP, yes. But actually, it is not. Okay, so I have just removed the other one. Always make sure in the one interfaces one IP is only required. But if you want to add multiple IP, it can be someone who does. So that is cleared. I have just given this IP as a static for this interface. Now come to the IP version 6. If anyone using IP version 6, which we are not using, so those things we can able to add here. So that is how actually you have to be put the IP address of the one interface and how to assign with the zones. Okay. So now come to the other options. This is the for the IP version 6. Okay, if anyone using IP version 6, we are not using IP version 6, so leave this part. This is for the SD-WAN. Okay, we are not only we are not also using the SD-WAN. This is for the SD-WAN. This is for the network stuff. Now this is important for us. Advanced. So in the advanced, there is a link setting. This is a speed which is already gray. It is already by default. See, link speed is auto. Link duplex is auto. Link state is auto. So those things actually you can actually it is this one is by default taken. Okay, that is not required. And then r pin trees, nd entries, those things actually no need to check. And here is, see that for interface, if I want to ping access or not, see that this is the management profile. Just drop and down, and I want this interface to ping, and for also get a SSH access, HTTP access, we can create like this. Just give any name. I want to give a name. Just give a name, ping, whatever name, and whatever the service you want to provide, like HTTPS, Telnet, SSH, or ping. That's it. Okay. And this is the MTU size. MTU size, it is, I know that the by default is 1500, so it is by default taken. Okay. So these are the stuffs we can choose from, and then we can just type okay. Okay. And then we have to be committed. See, still link state is showing gray. So once this will commit, we will able to see that this link state would be come green automatically because it is come up. So just let it complete actually. Just wait for 2 minutes.